Exhale through your nose. On your next round of breath, set an intention, a purpose, or a dedication for today's practice. And go ahead and seal your intention right on your heart. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. We're still working on core bracing for the month of June, just one more week. So we're going to build on what we did last week if you were with us, and we'll start in a tabletop position. So go ahead and come down to your mat, wrists right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. Pull your low belly, your low core in towards your spine. So you want that to slightly lengthen your spine as you pull your core in. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, keep that core engagement. Exhale. Take one more full breath in. One more full breath out. And go ahead and release and move through a cat-cow. Let your belly drop, peek up, and then dome and round your spine. Come back to center in your tabletop. Take your left arm forward and your right leg back. Flex your back toes, toes down towards your mat. On your inhale, pull your elbow in towards your knee. Exhale, lengthen and reach. So keep that core engagement. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, reach. One more, elbow to knee. Reach, press through your back heel, pause and engage your core. Release your left hand down, release your right knee down, move through a cat-cow. Let your belly drop, peek up, dome and round your spine. Come back to center. Take your right arm forward, your left arm back. Now pull your core into your midline. I'm just gonna reposition my mat, but I'll keep walking you through it. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, reach and press. Inhale, tap knee to elbow. Exhale, reach. Take one more, elbow to knee, crunch in, reach through your fingers, press back through your back heel, and then release your hand and your knee down. Let your belly drop, peek up, dome and round your spine. Come back to center in your tabletop. Really pull your core in and find that core bracing, that core engagement and down. And try to keep this through most of your practice. Full breath in, full breath out. Tuck your toes behind you. Using your core, slowly lift your knees all the way up to a down dog. Take a breath or two to pedal out your heels, pedal out your knees. Send your heels towards your mat, towards the floor. Look at your hands. Step left or jump your feet to your hands and fold. Inhale, rise to a flat back, tap your chins. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, reach arms back. Sweep arms forward and up for a fierce or cheer pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, send your right foot back. Inhale, arms reach back to airplane. Exhale, forward and up, high and crescent lunge. Take a full round of breath. Now, just for a moment to make sure you're still engaging your core, take a hand to your belly and a hand to your low back. Engage your core. Remember, it wraps all the way around. Pull it in, lengthen through your spine. Bring arms back up to your high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two, and pause. Full breath in, full breath out. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior, reaching up and back, like you want to tap the wall if there's a wall behind you, or if you want to tap the back of your neck. Reach back a little deeper. Then coming through warrior two, hinge forward for a bent knee triangle. Elbow to knee, where you can press your arm to the inside of your leg. Top arm is reaching nice and high. Let's open up our top shoulder by taking arm circles. Reach your fingertips back. Let your shoulder drop, just scrape your mat lightly, and then land in an extended side angle. Inhale, reach back, scrape your mat. Exhale, land. Take one more, straighten, reach back, scrape your mat, Land in the extended side ankle and hold. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You can stay here. You can come back to your bent knee triangle. You can reach your top arm behind you for a half bind or reach all the way through for a full bind. Keep that strength in your legs. So our large leg muscles holding us here, and try to find length through both sides of your body. So this left side that's a little shorter, don't allow yourself to droop or crouch in. Keep that nice and long. If you're in a bind, peek up past your top shoulder. Unravel, come back to your bent knee triangle. Then lift up through warrior two and back to your reverse warrior. Full breath in, full breath out. Straighten your front leg. Take your palm up towards the ceiling, grab your wrist, or you can place your hand in between your shoulder blades and grab at your elbow. Adding some dynamic movement on your inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend into your front knee. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, little self-assist at the top. Exhale, bend. Take one more, straighten, reach back. Bend into your front knee and pause. Come back to your warrior two. Cartwheel down to a twisted lunge. Right hand planted, left hand can tap your knee, your hip, or reach high. Twist from your core as you lengthen through your spine. Peek up. Release your left hand down, step back, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's move through a vinyasa. Come forward to your high plank. You can always tap your knees as you lower down to your low push-up. Come forward to a cobra or an upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Lift your right leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, dome and round. Send your right leg up. Then place it through to your lunge. Now pop your left leg up for a standing split. So you can take a hand to your ankle or your calf. Try to get your upper body closer to your knee, closer to your leg. One more breath in your standing split. And then nice and slow, walk your hands up your leg. Drop your left hip so it's in line with your right. We're coming into a warrior three. Press hands at heart center. Flex your back foot behind you. As you press your palms, let your shoulders roll back. And again, find length through your spine. Now reach arms back to airplane. Find a little more lift in your heel, in your heart and chest. And then nice and slow, hinge yourself forward, left knee to 90. Grow a little taller at the top. Release your left foot down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, full. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Take a full round of breath. Find the steadiness in your legs. Find the reach in your fingertips. And then place a hand to your belly, a hand to your low back. I could tell I released my core there. So pull your core in and lengthen your spine. Reach arms back up, high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two, and pause. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Looking for that nice side body reach, that side body stretch. Reach back towards the back of your mat. Then coming through warrior two, come down to your bent knee triangle. Elbow to knee or arm to the inside of your leg. Now let's open up our left shoulder, taking our arm circles. Reach your fingertips back. Scrape your mat, land in the extended side angle. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, land. Take one more. Reach back. Scrape your mat. Land in your extended side angle and hold. From here, you can come back to bent knee triangle. You can reach through for a half bind or a full bind. Ground down through both feet, sending equal weight to your front and back foot. Maybe take a little more of a bind if you're in one, peek up. Everyone lift back up to your bent knee triangle. Then use your back arm to lift yourself back up to the warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. All in one nice big motion. Reach back. Straighten your front leg. Take your palm up towards the ceiling. You can catch your wrist or bring your hand in between your shoulder blades and catch your elbow. Give yourself a little tug back towards the back of the room, finding more length through your side body. Now let's add our dynamic movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, reach. Exhale, bend. Take one more, straighten, reach back. Give yourself a little tug at the top. Bend into your front knee and hold. Come back to your warrior two. Cartwheel down to a twisted lunge. Left hand planted. Right hand can tap your knee, your hip, or reach high. Press back through your heel, all the way from your heel to the crown of your head, front length. Peek up. Release your right hand down. Step back, down, dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Moving through a vinyasa, come forward to your high plank. Lower down to your low push-up. Find your cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Take your left leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, dome and round. Send your left leg up. Then place your left leg through to your lunge. Pop your right leg up, standing split. Turn the inside of your leg down towards your mat. So if you have a seam on your yoga pants or yoga leggings, I want that seam facing down towards your mat. So you don't have to square your hips here. You can place a hand behind your calf or your ankle. Bring your forehead a little closer to your knee. And then bring your hands to frame your flag. Drop your right hip so it's in line with your left. We're walking back up to our warrior three. So hands can walk up your leg or hands can float right to heart center. As you press hands at heart center, let your shoulders roll back down your back. Now reach arms back to airplane. Find a little more reach. Find lift in your heart and chest. If you fall out, that's okay. Then nice and slow, hinge yourself up, right knee to 90. Grow tall at the top. Release your right leg down. Take a full round of breath. Shake out anything you may need. Inhale, reach up. Optional back bend at the top. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back. Now plant your right foot down. Reach arms behind you. Interlace your hands at your tailbone and press back into your interlaced hands to lift up. We're coming into a humble warrior. So square your hips to the right corner of your mat. You can walk your left foot out just a little bit so that you have space. Press back, open through your heart and chest, and then hinge yourself forward. Catch your left elbow inside your left knee. Let your head hang. Ground down through your feet. Not holding any tension in your neck, in your shoulders. Take one more full round of breath in your humble warrior. Let something go. And then press back into your interlaced hands. Take them back towards your back heel to lift yourself back up. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes in. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold, you can keep hands interlaced at your low back and press back to open your heart and chest, or you can bring arms out to a T. Start to hinge yourself forward. Again, belly to spine, becoming parallel with the floor. You can keep your hands interlaced. You can release hands under your shoulders or reach out for calves or ankles. So I love the extra shoulder stretch. I feel like it's really nice after we hunch over at our computers or our phones all day. But if that doesn't work for your shoulders, feel free to come out. In either arm variation, tip weight into the balls of your feet. Send your hips a little higher. Take one more full round of breath. If hands are still interlaced, you can use them to press yourself up. If not, bring hands to hips and then with a long spine, lift yourself back up to standing. Everyone, bring your hands to your hips and walk your feet in just a step. Then pivot on your heels to face forward or face the front of your mat. With a long spine, start to hinge forward, coming into a pyramid pose. Pause when you're parallel again. Just lightly send your left hip back, tilt your right hip forward, and then you can dome your spine. You can use your hands to frame your front foot. You can take a standing head to knee instead of a pyramid and tap your forehead to your knee. Just letting your head hang. Take one more full round of breath. Bring your hands back to frame your left foot. Keep a gentle bend in your left knee and walk your hands up to your hips. Then step your right foot back like you were in Warrior Two. Actually, let's come up to Warrior Two. That'll be easier. Lift up to Warrior Two. We're going to come into a half moon. So start to shift weight forward into your left foot. As you take a bend out of your left knee, pop your right leg up. You can use a block under your left hand. You can keep your right hand on your hip if that serves you. Just like we did in our Warrior Three, flex your back foot. Try to square your hips and your shoulders to the long edge of your mat. Take one more breath in your half moon. Then with control and taking it nice and slow, step back into your Warrior Two like you never left and pause. Cartwheel down to a regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, lower down to your low push-up. Find your cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your right leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, round your spine. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee to your right elbow and pause for a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, right leg high. This time, place your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into a yogi squat. Place your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Sink into your hips. Let your elbows catch inside your knees and press your palms. Find length through your spine to the crown of your head. Let your hips drop. Release your hands to the mat. As you lift your hips, start to walk your feet back into hip distance and fold. Rise to your flat back. Fold forward. From here, step your left foot back. Inhale, reach arms back. Interlace your hands at your tailbone. Use your interlaced hands to lift yourself up to standing. Square your hips to the left corner of your mat for your humble warrior. Walk your right foot out if you need the space. And then hinge forward. Place your right shoulder inside your right knee. Let your head hang. So our Warrior Twos, our Warrior Threes are these nice strong poses. But our humble warrior is truly a humble pose. So let something go. Let something roll off your head, off your mind, off your body. Take one more full round of breath. Pressing into your hands, lift yourself back up to standing. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes in, Coming back to our wide-legged forward fold. This time take your arms out to a T. Flip your palms, lift your heart and chest. As your palms slip down towards the floor, pull your belly to your spine, hinge forward. Pause for a moment. Find length from the crown of your head through your tailbone and through both middle fingers. Reach. Release your hands down to your mat. This time you can round your spine, walking your hands underneath your body, letting your head hang. Or you can walk your hands forward for a wide-legged down dog. In either pose, you're still tipping weight into the balls of your feet and sending your hips up. Take one more full round of breath. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Lift your hands up to your hips. Now pressing into your hip crease, keep that long spine. Use your core, lift yourself back up to standing. Walk your feet in just a step. Pivot on your heels to face forward. Coming back to our pyramid pose, lift your heart and chest. And then start to come forward. Pause when you're parallel with your mat. Send your right hip back, left hip forward. And then continue to dome or round your spine. Hands framing your front foot. You can bend into your front knee and take a standing head to knee. I actually prefer that to the straight spine, but take what works for you. Take one more full round of breath. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Keep a light bend in your right knee. You can place your hands on your calf even and press yourself up as you step your left foot back. Then lift up to the warrior two. Coming back through to our half moon. Set up your block if you need it. Start to hinge forward, taking the bend out of your right knee as you pop your left leg up. Flex your back foot. Square your hips, square your shoulders, that long edge of your mat. Take one more breath. Slower than you want to. Step back to your warrior two and 7. Cartwheel down to your regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down, low push-up. Find your cobra or upward facing dog. Back toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your left leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, round. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow. This is all core as we hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Yogi squat. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Right foot to the outside of your right hand. Sink into your hips. Catch your hands at your heart. You can stay here in your yogi squat. If you'd like, you can come into an arm balance, a crow, or a crane pose. If you have an inversion in your practice, a headstand or a handstand, feel free to take one here. Take 2 more breaths to play. When you're ready, step, walk, or jump yourself back to your down dog. Take a full round of breath. Then make it a really strong down dog. So sending your upper body through your arms. Pressing your heels down towards your back, towards the floor. Take one more full round of breath. And then hinge forward. Start to lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Knees can tap, or you can lower yourself all the way down. Just for a moment, gaze to the right. Take a few breaths. Bring your forehead back to center. Slide your forearms forward, elbows right underneath your shoulders, and lift up for a Sphinx pose. So strongly pressing your forearms down, pressing the tops of your feet down, lift your heart and chest up. Now, without moving your elbows, I want you to pull your elbows back towards your hips. We're really just trying to engage our upper back. So pressing down, setting our heart and chest forward. Now press into your feet so much that your knees lift up, and then do the same with your feet. Press into the tops of your feet so much and act like you want to pull them towards your hips. So again, engaging our back body. Squeeze your glutes, get your glutes involved, lift your heart and chest. Release everything down. Gaze to the left. You can bring your arms back by your sides or make a pillow with your arms. Bring your forehead back to center. You have two choices. You can bring your arms by your sides and take a full locust, lifting your arms, lifting your heart and chest, and then floating your legs up. Or you can bend your knees, reach back for the tops of your feet or your ankles for a bow pose. If you're taking bow, kick back to lift up. If you're in the full locust, use your own body strength, press back, lift up. Everyone reach or kick, lift to your highest point. Release everything down, gaze to the right. You can bend your knees or keep them bent if you were in the bow, and windshield wiggle your legs side to side. Release your legs down. Bring your forehead back to center. Slide your hands under your shoulders. You can either come through tabletop or tuck your toes and press yourself all the way up to your high plank. Inhale in your high plank, belly to spine. Exhale, hips up, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your right leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Coming into a pigeon pose, drop your left knee down, walk your right foot across your mat. If pigeon doesn't work for you, you can sit back and take a 90-90 sit. So you're gonna make both legs like an L. So your knee and your hip are in line, and then your knee and your ankle. And same with your back leg. If you're in the pigeon, take a moment to lift your heart and chest up, and then drop your hips. Then start to come forward onto forearms, maybe onto a block, or you can make that pillow with your hands, with your arms again. Let your body melt towards your mat. Just focusing on your breathing. Take one more full round of breath. Start to press yourself back up into forearms, back up into hands. Find a little lift in your heart and chest at the top. If you're in 90-90 sit, come back to center. Tuck your left toes behind you. Your right leg high. Lift your right leg up, come onto the ball of your left foot, and release your right leg down. Bend your right knee a lot. Send your left heel towards your mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Send both heels centered. Find that strong down dog again. Heels towards the mat. Create space in between your shoulder blades and press your upper body through your arms. Now just lift your hips slightly. Lift your left leg. Please head through. Drop your right knee down. Walk your left foot across your mat. Again, your choice. Pigeon pose or 90-90 sit with your legs kind of making an L. Set it up. Lift your heart and chest if you're in the pigeon. Drop your hips and then lower yourself down. Think of something that's been on your mind and just try to let it go. Let it float away like a cloud. Take one more full round of breath. Walk yourself back up into your hands. Come back to center if you were in the 90-90 sit. Find that little lift in your heart and chest. Tuck your right toes behind you. Lift your left leg high. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Scissor your legs. Left toes up. Release your left foot towards the floor. Bend your right knee. Send your left heel towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Send both heels down. Take one more nice strong down dog. Hips up. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and sit back on your mat. Let yourself roll all the way back and then lift your knees up to 90. Just gonna turn so you can see me from the side. Coming into a core bracing pose. So again, we've been working on core bracing the whole time, but this will really get our core engaged. So place your hands right underneath your knees. Now focusing on your low belly, pull it in and down. So decreasing the space between your spine and your mat. If you have a little curve in your back, press it down. Inhale, squeeze, belly to spine. Exhale, press your legs away, but resist. Inhale, squeeze, core to the floor. Exhale, press and resist. Nice straight arms. Take one more inhale, belly down. Exhale, hold and press. And pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Catch your right knee, send your left leg long. Single knee to chest. Pull your right knee in towards your shoulder and send your left leg out. You can release your left heel or you can hover it an inch. Give your right knee a squeeze. Place your left foot to the floor. Knee is facing up towards the ceiling. Stack your right ankle on your left knee. Then lift your left leg up for figure four. Reach through that space we just created and pull your left leg in. Now, as you pull your left leg in, press your right knee out. Keep both feet flexed to protect your knees. Pull your left leg in, press your right knee away, take a full round of breath. Release your left foot to the mat. We're coming right into our twist. So if you have things in the way, please move them. Bring your arms out to a T or goalpost arms. Roll onto the pinky toe edge of your left foot to bring your right foot down to the floor. And take your gaze to the right. Bring your gaze back up to center. Roll on to your left foot to bring your right knee back to center. And then take your right leg high. Interlace behind your knee or your calf. Taking an inverted head to knee, lift yourself up. Release your upper body down. Press your palms into your mat. Make sure there's length in your right leg. And then creating more length, slowly lower your heel all the way down to your mat. When your right leg hits, pull your left knee in, single knee to chest. Again, you can keep your right heel down or you can hover it just an inch. Pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. Give yourself a squeeze. Release your right foot to the floor. Step your left ankle on your right knee. Lift your right leg up, figure four, or thread the needle. Reach through, pull your right leg in. As you pull your right leg in, press your left knee out. Give yourself one more squeeze. Release your left foot to the floor. Coming back to our twist, arms to a T or goalpost arms. Roll onto the pinky toe edge of your right foot and bring your left foot down to the mat. Ease to the left. Bring your gaze back to center. Roll back onto the sole of your right foot. Send your left leg high. Interlace behind your knee or your calf, leading with your heart, lift up. Release your upper body down, press your palms down and send your heel high. And slowly lengthen and lower all the way down to your mat. Send your right leg to meet it. Take a full round of breath. Pull both knees in for a double knee to chest. Give yourself a squeeze. You can rock side to side here or make circles with your low back. If you'd like, you can take a happy baby, feet up towards the ceiling, grabbing the edge of your feet and swaying side to side. If you took happy baby, come back to your double knee to chest. Everyone take a squeeze. Release your feet to the mat. Send both legs long. Let your feet fall out and palms face up. Take a moment to lift your shoulder blades off the mat and pull them back and down, away from your ears. Feel your full body weight being supported by the ground, the earth, and enjoy your final resting pose. I'm going to mute myself so you don't get background noise, but I'll come back with 3 rings of the bell. Enjoy. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, bringing awareness back into your physical form. When you're ready for a larger movement, hug your knees into your chest one more time. Show yourself some gratitude and thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right arm back. Rolling onto your right side, fall into fetal position, our position of new beginnings. Recall the intention, purpose, or dedication you set at the beginning of your practice. You have the option to set a new one right here in this position of rebirth. Start to press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep eyes closed and tuck your chin or glance down at your fingertips. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, let the breath go. Let's bow together and recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us. Thank you, everyone. A beautiful practice. It's always great to